Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Stonekeep, and when last we left off, we'd helped out the Dwarven Clan Hall by defeating an undead monster that they discovered while digging out new areas, and we got quite a nice reward for it. We got the second scroll for the teleportation spell, and we got a magic shield. We also found a magic ring. The magic ring will surely be useful. We also found a magic throwing axe, which is really handy. And now, as well equipped as we can possibly be, it's time to head over to the stairs that lead to the second level of the feeding grounds and have a look there, and see just what enemies we'll encounter. We will encounter enemies, it's inevitable at this point, but what foes will they be? Will they be Shagas, Throgs, giant ants? We haven't encountered many giant ants for a while, and I'm sure we will. We are heading in the right direction, always a good idea to make sure that we are. We also need to find the third part of the secret project that Domba is working on. We do want the weapon that Domba will make. The stairs are right here, we'll head through, and we'll head up to the second floor. This place is quite dangerous. We should tread cautiously. No enemies here. What about over here? No foes either, which means that we can freely grab all the stuff in here, like this healing potion, this healing potion, this healing potion, and nothing else, and this is still active. We most certainly want to get into a fight with this still active. We need to tread very carefully. We can definitely hear something around here. That is a very, very large tail. A very large tail that belongs to a very large creature. You do not want to attack that tail. You don't want to attack any part of that really large creature. Have at thee! And that thing is gone. And this one will also be gone. This weapon is really powerful. Way too powerful to let those creatures have any chance against us. And there are two more of them over there. We shall just clear away this. You can see how much faster we're attacking with that aura active. Have at thee! And you're pretty much, yep, you're gone. These enemies don't appear very difficult so far. And there is an enemy over there. We could face you with our sword. It's actually a good idea to walk up very quickly. Have at thee! Look at how fast we're attacking. And look at how quickly... Yes, where did that shaman go? That shaman has vanished. I thought for a moment that shaman had been defeated, but no. There's something going on here. We can now see more clearly what this creature is. This creature is a dragon. A dragon that is being held here against its will. We're going to have to go and find the head of the dragon and have a conversation. It's a very good idea to start with having a conversation. After all, it's a dragon. Dragons are dangerous. In any fantasy game, dragons are dangerous. Let's just head over here. Aha! There is more of the dragon. Have at thee! Just move over here quickly, and you are gone, and you are also gone. The enemies are a lot less challenging here, mostly because you have a much smaller party. Anything in here? No, nothing in there at all. Let's keep looking around, shall we, after backing up and filling in that bit of the map. Any enemies over here? Any Shagas, Throgs, Serpents, Slimes, Giant Ants, Undead Warriors? No enemies at all. Aha! Never mind, there are two of these. They are not difficult. This floor is quite easy to take care of, even if you're by yourself, at least so far. The shaman, however, would be very tricky by ourselves. We've been exploring around quite a bit, although I think there's going to be a large area that we can't have a look in because of a dragon. Let's just go over here. There's, aha, another area where we need to use a key to unlock a chain, and a good healing route. Nothing else here, though. We should really be marking where those locations are, but they're easy enough to find. We did find half of a key. Perhaps that half of the key is used to unlock those chains. We need to find the other half of the key first, and then actually fix the key to find out. Perhaps the blacksmith back at the clan hall can help out with that. Anything over here? Ah! We have found fairies. We're going to be exploring around this area carefully. You don't want to accidentally hit any of the fairies. You need to remain friends with the fairies, because we want to go and see where they live. Are they leading us somewhere? You know what I am going to do? I'm going to save. Because if we don't save, something very bad might happen. Mainly, when you played this game without any patches, the game could crash at this point. Well, that looks like a magical portal if ever I've seen one. A magical portal that doesn't work for us. We're gonna have to find a way to make that work. Let's just ignore the fairies for now and keep exploring around. Aha, a cave-in and a mana circle. Always good to find a mana circle, and that is a really, really long-acting buff. Perhaps it will last long enough that we can fight all of the enemies on this floor with super fast attack speed. Let's just quickly heal ourselves, shall we? There we go. Much better. You may think that the aura had faded at that point. No, it just doesn't overlap with the healing particle effect. There we go. We'll just smash this here. Mark the fact that there is a rune circle, a mana circle there, and also mark the fact that there is something here that we have seen before. Although when we saw it, there was a lot less of it. There is this thing here. Can we do something with this? Maybe we can. We do have an item that might help. Although I think we need to go down quite a bit. Will this work? No, it will not work. We need to get something a little bit different. For now, I think it's time to mark down where this mana circle is. This piece of music, by the way, is another one of my favourite pieces of music in this game. The Feeding Ground second floor has a fantastic track. Any enemies in here? I think we may have found the head of the dragon. Let's go and say hello, shall we? After we save, for you never know, things may still go horribly wrong. There we go. Hello, how are you?
What is this? The smell of man is on you, intruder. What brings one of your kind here? You've come to view my chains, haven't you?
No, Lady Dragon. I've never seen such a wondrous beast as yourself.
I am Vermitrix Goldenhide, leader of the great dragons. It is my pain to be chained like a common worm.
Can you not break free?
Alas, these chains are bonded with magic.
Well, I am Drake, champion of Stonekeep, and these are my trusty companions. We will do what we can to free your bonds.
You would have my thanks and reward if you did.
Who has chained you?
Those cursed Throgs, on the command of Throggy, they said, broke the key in half before my eyes. Ran from this room with my flames licking their backside. To be free.
Well, then we will find one of their shamans and ask a very polite question.
I think we've encountered the shaman that may hold the other half of the key that we need to reforge to free Vermitrix. Vermitrix was voiced by Louise Chammis, and among the many roles that she's done, she was Minnie Rabbit in Rockadoodle, the Witch in House of Mouse, and Flicker and Pettiford in The Blinkins, The Bear and the Blizzard. We need to go and find half a key, and we also need to note that this is where Vermitrix is. Let's write that down and make sure I spell it correctly, and without a capital E. There we go. Marvellous. We need to do some more exploring. Attacking Vermitrix is a very poor idea, and is a fast way to get you killed. Also notice that Drake didn't mention any of his companions specifically. That is because you can come here before heading to the clan halls, and you could have the entire party of dwarves with you. Here are some flowers. Some very conspicuous flowers that are very out of place here. We're going to be using those flowers later. Perhaps they're connected to the fairy realm. Let's grab this broken sword before we move on, and have a look at the items that we have in our inventory. We do have quite a few new ones. Here is a primrose. We have several of them. The shield feels magical. A ring of poison resistance, that is the green ring that we have, very useful. A spike made from iron. A horn, feels magical. A magical throwing axe, and it smells like a home-cooked meal. Indeed it does, because that is a home-cooked meal that we have on our magical scroll. Aha! Here are some Shagas that are going to try and kill us. Have at thee! You have made a terrible mistake, because we are very well equipped. And you'll note that these two Shagas didn't even hit us. They have quite a few things. They have this weapon here, and some of these mushrooms. The mushrooms aren't so useful right now, because we have poison resistance. So let's go and head through here, and see... Ooh! There's something that we can open. The other half of the key. We want to take this back to the Dwarven Clan Hall at some point, and see if we can get this key repaired. There's also a scroll.
This rune will create a protective field around the target. The field this rune creates is imperfect, with some gaps that will not provide complete protection.
That is a useful rune to have the area meta rune on, to protect everyone. Anything else here? No. But one rune is not a bad reward. Getting that key was even better. We're going to mark this down as armor imperfect. I don't think there is a version of that rune where the protection is perfect. That would effectively be invulnerability. I don't think there's an invulnerability spell. We can't actually do that much around here right now because all of these areas have been blocked by Vermitrix. We could go the other way, the way we didn't go from the entrance, and see if we can find a way down that way. We likely can't. Which means that we have to return to the first level of the feeding grounds and go and head back to the clan hall. Hello! We're just going to leave you be. There is the combat music. They don't mean us any harm, however. Goodbye, fairies. We'll be back to see you later. I'm sure everyone will have a fun time in the realm of the fairies. For that is where we will eventually go. It has been hinted at after all. Let's just go this way and backtrack over to where we need to go. It's quite a bit of a walk, but this area isn't very dangerous. There are areas beyond the feeding grounds that are dangerous, and we haven't gone this way, I believe. Then again, I don't think we need to. Just double check, just to make sure. We need to make sure that this isn't a route that we can go, and I don't think it is. This is where, yes, that's where the tail is. I thought it was, always worth double checking. And with that area explored, it's time to do a little bit of walking back. A leisurely stroll over to where the dwarves reside, where we can go and hand over that key. It needs to be fixed, and we do know somebody that could fix it. We didn't have that much conversation with the blacksmith. That's mainly because the blacksmith wanted us to help out their leader. And now we've done that. So we just need to go down a bit, I think? Yes, it's literally down here. Not that far at all. We could have used the teleport rune to very quickly get back here, but we want to make sure that we conserve our magic just in case that shaman comes back. It's not likely the shaman will come back, at least not yet. Here we go! Back to the Dwarven Fortress. It's like we never left. Through here, and back into here. We need to head to where that blacksmith is. The blacksmith is over there. Let's go, shall we? Want to go this way, and then all the way down here, and north. This time, we should have some things that we can talk about.
I promised to free a dragon. She's bound in magic chains, and the Throgs broke the key into 2 pieces. What can I do?
If you could bring me the pieces of the key, I might be able to fix it. But alas, my forge fire has died, and I cannot light it.
Why not?
It's a magic forge, and you can't just light those normally, you know. You need magic flint.
And?
We ran out of magic flint, and I haven't been able to find any. It's pretty rare, you know.
Okay. I'll get you your magic flint, if you help me out.
It's a deal. Take this magic chisel. You'll need it.
Let's take that chisel. We will definitely need it. We'll be back once we've gone and got that flint for you. Also, we've turned in such a way that we can't actually get past you. Don't mind me, I'm just going to head this way. That magic flint is going to be quite useful for him, and the chisel is useful to us for getting that flint. Really, this is just a little bit of busy work, though. Go back to here, and then head back to the area where you know that the flint is. Go get the flint, and then return here, and then head back to where the dragon is, to then free the dragon. There is quite a good reward at the end of it, though. Let's go. It's a short walk, especially considering that we know where the flint is. We've encountered it. It's right by the mana circle on the 2nd floor. I like the fact that it's a very simple conversation with the blacksmith. Well, we could fix it, but the forge has died. Well, why's the forge died? Well, we need magic flint, and we've run out of it. Go get more. It's a very simple fetch quest, with no danger at this point, because we've already cleared out all of the enemies on the way to the flint. And they weren't very dangerous anyway. There were a few of the enemies that spat things at us, and 2 Shagas. 2 Shagas, I might add, but didn't hit us at all. We are that good at fighting now. Either that, or we have a lot of protective equipment. It's likely a little bit of both. We want to head north here, and go to there. The thing that I tried to use the nail on, that is magic flint, and while we could try and take the whole thing away with us, we can't pick it up to put it in our scroll. That said, maybe we don't need to be able to pick it up. Maybe all we need to be able to do is just put the scroll next to the thing, and then it gets added to our inventory. I don't quite know how that works, because we do have a lot of things in our inventory, the magic scroll, but they are all things that we have been able to pick up. I imagine we can't put tables and chairs in it, but then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can put tables and chairs into our inventory. Just head this way. Did we explore down there? We did explore down there. There was nothing to see. Don't attack the fairies. They are quite dangerous. Very dangerous, in fact. Have we passed where we want to go? We have passed where we want to go. It's right here. And using that magic chisel, we get a tiny piece of magic flint. Do we have it in our inventory, or do we have to pick it up? I think we need to pick it up. It's right there. Just turn this way, and where did it go? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. It went over there for some reason. I've no idea why it went over there. But either way, now we have what we need. We'll go and return the flint over to the blacksmith. And then he will work his blacksmithing magic. Literally, a magical forge. I imagine he has a magical anvil, magical hammers, and magical blacksmithing tools. It's all magical. Magic with a K as well, so you know it's magical. It's not going to be that long before we get back. It's at least a very short walk, and one with no risk. Karzak is probably regretting joining Drake at this point. He was expecting lots of combat and adventure, and all he's got is a short walk to the next floor, a few of those plant enemies to kill, 2 Shargas, and then a lot of walking. Not all adventure can be high-octane action after all. Sometimes it literally is a fetch quest, or an escort mission, or just go and talk to somebody, and then go and talk to somebody else, and then continue that for about 15 people, and then they give you 10 gold as a reward. At least it's better than killing rats and getting paid 5 gold pieces for it. If you're a mage, those rats can kill you very quickly, especially if you have low con. But either way, we're not that far away from the Dwarven Clan Hall. We'll hand over the flint, the pieces of the key, and then, hopefully, we'll get a repaired key. Maybe we should tell the dwarves about the location where that magic flint is. I wonder if they can use magic to make more magic flint, or if it's just the fact that the rock is infused with magic. This is something that the game will never go into detail about. We'll just head into here, and we'll quickly go and get that item. We were literally out for 5 minutes, or 10 or so. It wasn't very long. It's almost like you could have gone yourself and recovered that item. Nearly there. Just a little walk over here. You keep spinning, dwarf, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll just go here. Hello. We have what you want.
Do you have the flint?
We do. Let's pass it over. Have the flint.
Thanks. Stay here.
No problem. You'll notice that that closes while the other side opens. It's hard to get to this dwarf, and hard to get to that forge. That now works. Marvellous. Now he's going to want the pieces of the key, I wager.
Thank you. A Dwarven clan hall needs a burning forge. I will be happy to help you.
I need a broken key fixed.
Give me the pieces.
No problem. He's a very no-nonsense dwarf. We helped him out, and now he'll help us. There is 1 piece, and he wants the 2nd piece.
Wait here.
Don't worry, we will. We could leave. There's really no reason to. There's nothing else we can do here. It's not going to take him that long either. He's a really, really good blacksmith. So, this is where you live? Aye. Well, that was a good conversation. Aye.
There you go. Completely fixed. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Sardin. You've been a great help. We'll put the key up here because we're going to want to use it. Besides, it doesn't look like it can fit on our keyring. It probably can, though. And when we come back, folks, we will return back to the 2nd level of the feeding grounds, and we will use that key to free the dragon Vermitrix, and I'm sure she will uphold her end of the bargain and reward us for freeing her. She may not, but I think she will. She looked very trustworthy, and she certainly sounded sincere. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. But wait, what if we did something very foolish instead? What if after encountering Vermitrix, we decided, you know what, we can just kill Vermitrix and then get all of the treasure that she's inevitably guarding? Let's see what happens if you try and kill this dragon. We can attack. It's not going to do anything. What if we throw something at you? Like, say, a magic axe? Surely that will hit. And then we'll be able to defeat you quite easily. Have at thee!
I probably shouldn't throw this there. I might lose it.
You might lose it. That is true. What if we use magic instead, Drake? Let's see what magic will do.
Enough.
Oh dear. Not surprisingly, we were killed by that dragon's breath. The moral of the story is, if you encounter a friendly dragon, don't attack the friendly dragon. Even though Vermitrix is in chains, she's still a dragon, and she'll still kill you. Instantly, I might add. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.